all back from last season that won 27 games, went 27-7. Glenn able to save the ball from going out. Sundell ahead to Walker, and an easy lay-in. How does K-State adjust back after the defensive adjustments by Karius and her staff? Glenn, three-pointer doesn't go. There's Poindexter for an offensive rebound. Sundell left wide open for a three. That's good.
They struggled to block out, gave up too many offensive boards. Those were some second chances that I think really helped the Wildcats pull away.
Sundell right out of the gate hits a three, and she is the first Wildcat in double figures.
When everything goes in, everything goes in. And oh, by the way, it's Monday, and it is 12-14. That means banks are open.
Steal by Sundell in transition. Looks off the defender, takes it herself. Sundell. You mentioned it, 10-0 run for K-State, last 3:15. Belmont has yet to score in that stretch. Skip pass. Open is Jalen Glenn. Three ball. Here early at Bramlage.
She comes off the bench. And Mark, she's the only small player that Jeff Mitty puts on the floor at 5'7". Tough pass, tough catch. Just not a lot of room to throw that over the top, and a great seal-off and a great set of hands by Lee.
Molly driving, and Lee going for the block. Instead is going to get called for the foul.
Different looking offense without Taylor or Lee on the floor. Now Lester playing the 5 spot.
And one for Sundell.
Very under control is this kid's game. Not a jet, but fast enough for the long. That's too easy. I feel like I've said that several times tonight.
It has been a recurring theme, no question about it.
With the second unit out on the court, K-State will bring back a few starters just to give them some relief. There's the high-low run perfectly to Lester.
They've recognized mismatches and where she needs to get the basketball to operate.
Sundell drives baseline, turned away by Cammie Pepler, down low, Lee again. 3 for 3, 6-0 Cats early on. The Cats were just 5 for 25. That was really one area of that game that you know Jeff Mitty would like to see improve.
And part of that is the ability for this team to be able to get out in transition. So far this season, and great hands headed right into the help side defense. And Zia Walker with great vision. Now
she's back on the floor for Kyle Recklitz, back in the starting lineup as well, and out guarding Lester. 32 on 32. Whipped around for Walker. Into the corner, Sundell. Little spin against Baumhauer. A pop and a shot.
And one-on-one isolation, just a chance for Serena Sundell to be able to go right over Baumhauer. But that happens, though, Jake, because
pregame, how getting the tandems going early, right? They need to get going early and often. Serena Sundell with the ball now. Look for them to get going straight down to Aoka Lee for an easy 2. I'm doing your job.
All right. 6-0 run by Kansas State. Lob pass underneath, and the finish for 2 for Aoka Lee. And here comes Serena Sundell. Hesitation dribble at the top of the key, goes cross court. Here's Ayanna Walker for 3! I said that the other day.
You know exactly what that's going to do, Tony. You've been doing this long enough.
Oh, mopping on the inbound. Lays it up and in. She just cuts through the lane.
How did Jory Allen get that one to fall? Contorting her body. She's now in double figures with 11.
And the foul.
We're 11-5 in the A-Sun.
Good touch pass by Lester on to Sundell, who hits the 3 at the end of the shot clock. In transition side, shovels to Glenn. Sundell, perfect, still from the field, has 14 in the first half.
In the full court, you continue to attack and finish at the rim.
Lob goes to Lee, this time collects herself and scores. 9 for Lee. Poindexter with penetration, the pass back in, easy play for Lee. And now 2 points away from the all-time record at K-State. Side starting to draw more attention. She came into this game absolutely on fire from behind the arc. Sundell will drive in and score and get the and 1.
You mentioned Terrence Sides, and it was a quick closeout by the Upstate defense. They understand she's been circled on that scouting report, and yet gives Serena Sundell an opportunity to turn the corner late on the help side. She's got a chance.
To the Spartans. Final 30 seconds. Sundell with a block shot from behind. Stepped on the out-of-bounds line. It'll stay with SC Upstate, but what a block for Sundell. That's her 8th of the season.
Great defense.
One of the longer possessions for the Wildcats to this point. Walker through the lane, jump pass to an open Sundell. Hits the three-pointer. For what SC Upstate wants to do here in the third quarter, let's go.
But you force action and you stay aggressive, and that's the difference.
Here's Sundell making something happen again with a steal, so just go in strong here and lay it up and in. Count it, and one for Sundell, who now has 25. Been in a different frame of mind this year. It just seems like so calm. Her final year and go around, just making plays. Sides leaking out. Sundell hits her roommate. Sides will lay it in. And that 12 scoring list. All-time K-State scorer as well. Serena Sundell up and under move, and she'll get a lay-in for her first basket. Being guarded by Gertz, 5'11" freshman.
Serena just showing.
So I walk on the bench with a couple of early fouls. Lee getting a breather here, so K-State having to go some other places for scoring. Sundell going right back up with it, gets the follow and an and one.
Great resiliency there by Serena Sundell. Just keep fighting after it. Missed that first one with a little bit of contact, but went back up and got her own rebound and went through some more contact.
Confident, that's part of it. As you said, doesn't necessarily mean no open shots taken. Lee, as the floor gets spread again, able to get over 20 points.
New Mexico State setting a ball screen almost at the free throw line because Kansas State's kind of pushed back a little bit, being that they're not a great three-point shooting team. But
into the lane to have to deal with her, it makes open shots for other players.
Well, I always like to say it's you got to pick your poison. You got to make a choice. And the choice is you're going to double, you're going to triple team. You want a front? Well, you better have better help side. Now
Sundell in transition. Cut by Poindexter. Lays it in. 18, a quiet 18 for Tamira Poindexter.
Yeah.
McFarland will continue to work against her. Glenn now with the three.
Sundell has had a good game, and great find of Taylor out of the double team.
Got to keep the dribble alive.
Big third quarter for Serena Sundell. Alley-oop to Maupin for K-State to start here in the fourth.
3 straight defensive stops. That's a big focus for the Wildcats. That's something that Coach Mitty has put out there to this team. He started it last year, and this team's continued it on, and it turns into a score.
Again, just needs to be able to do it consistently. If she's able to play consistently well at both ends of the floor in conference play, Utah can compete for a championship.
Oh, the right look and the and one. High screen and drive it in. The finish by Sundell.
Well, we talked about the gravity for Kansas State. Because you have to stay out and guard perimeter shooters, help side, which Utah is great at their help side, they take and see if she gets that advantage.
Yeah, we've seen her do that a couple times. Like right now, she has Wilkie on her at 5'10", and she's 6'2", but just dishes that one off inside, and the finish from Lester.
Gibb trying to answer. That's no good, and Kansas State back on the opposite side. Beautiful pick and roll. Poindexter doing it outside and collecting and scoring.
She's the only one that's knocked down a three in this game for the Wildcats, and she's made.
Sundell. 43-28, Kansas State. Sundell finds Poindexter, open three, got it! 19 first half points for Tamira Poindexter, and 66-40. 29-point lead. After that, Serena Sundell three. She's made 2 today, Kristen, and the barrage continues.
Yeah, coming in.
Sundell unimpeded to the bucket, and she scores the layup as the third quarter buzzer expires. Kansas State shooting 52% for the game. They've made 9 threes. Poindexter had 19 points at halftime. Hasn't played a ton in the second half. She's got 22 right now. Her season high is 23. Maupin, and one.
Her ability to score at multiple ways, and how good she has been defensively as well.
Back cut, Eliza Maupin, who just got into the game. The junior replaces Sanchez.
But when needed, Tamira Poindexter stepping up as the trailer to knock down a three here to open this fourth quarter.
That's her third. Williams, shot blocked by Sundell. She'll get the defensive rebound on the miss by Fauntleroy, just a 28% three-point shooter. The Wildcats back the other way. They find Lee on an assist from the nation's leader in that category, Sundell. Without a true post player, where does K-State go for points? The lob to Poindexter, weak side lay-in.
They have
defense by Taylor matching. Yeah, not a lot of room to go there. Had to get creative. Sundell off the glass with 14 points off turnovers. Definitely a key in this game as the Buffs are up by 3. Sundell to the hoop, and now they trail by 1. SAEC Sundell. What a nice jumper. Preseason Big 12 freshman of the year. Putting on a show. So is Sundell on the other end. She's up to 13. Yeah, just a little clunky, a little clogged up in that lane. Sundell inside to Taylor, wide open. To say a really good look by Sundell.
Sundell gets a hand in there and gets the steal. And the finish. And K-State wants to run off the miss, and run they do. And one. Walker and the foul.
K-State is 5th in the nation in defensive rebounds, and then they know what to do once they get it. Look at the movement. Once that
Sundell back on, 6 to shoot. Down to 2. Down it goes. Serena Sundell. Sundell, little hesitation, then the drive and the finish.
Serena Sundell, the hesitation, and then the kiss off the glass.
They look for Sundell on the post-up, working against Addie Brown. Sundell gets it and the foul. I think it's a pretty good play to say we need a basket. Let's get it to Serena Sundell.
It's what your 4th year.
This will be my first time seeing a potential 2-for-1 off a free throw block.
Yeah. Good trade-off for K-State. Jump down pass to Sundell, trying to post up on Knesset. Tough fadeaway shot, it hits.
For Glenn there off a simple pin down action to a catch and shoot.
Another turnover. Get it back to Glenn off the assist from Sundell.
And the Wildcats have it firing on all cylinders right now.
One of the oldest teams in college basketball, average of age over 22. Sundell, the nice turnaround jumper. A 6-point lead at the half for TCU. Again, it's Sundell, backing down a defender, scores, and one!
It's been a simple equation for Kansas State's offense to find.
Isolate Sundell on the near side against Emma Nopu. Sundell backing her down again. No help. There's Sundell. She has it now against Van Lith. A battle of all Big 12 guards. Sundell reverses up and in. 25 for the senior.
And Sundell takes this one away. Cowgirls struggling offensively. And Sundell finishes in transition.
Yeah, nice job of Sundell attacking right there. 3 turnovers already for Oklahoma State. There's 4 almost.
Sundell making the winning play. Kansas State with the rebound. Long pass up the floor. A foul and a bucket. And Kansas State on a run here in the 3rd.
Now K-State starting to take advantage of the miscues they're causing Oklahoma State. I mean, it is so difficult against good teams to come back from that distance. Because even if you are able to make some kind of run, nice play right there. Great pass by Sundell.
But if Gray can score one more, the Cowgirls will have 3 with 20 or more in the game. Wooten no good from the mid-range. Kansas State running the floor, a wide open look for Glenn.
That's a very good observation. They were in man that time. Led to the Cincinnati miss. Dump down, Taylor, good position. Leak out for Glenn, no numbers for the Wildcats. Going inside, Taylor again, she had the mismatch down there.
Well, Cincinnati's trying to front and get around Kennedy Taylor.
Number one wants to match up with Peterson, but then also how you manage how UCF's going to spread you out.
An assist for the nation's leader in assists. Serena Sundell finding Kennedy Taylor. Poindexter in there to get the rebound. Wildcats running. Glenn, the recipient of a Sundell assist. Jalen Glenn with 8. The 6th game in less than a little over 2 weeks for K-State. They've got 7 games over 16 days with the West Virginia game coming up, but no sign of fatigue here early for this Wildcat.
Watson had a crease. She had a straight line drive and turned around.
In tight, Kansas State running with Kennedy Taylor.
Oh, they spread you out. One of the best in the nation in passing the basketball.
As veteran guards, they have experienced players all over the floor. They took that timeout to get them reorganized. Sundell with the step and one.
Sundell has been quiet in this game, and you give credit to that West Virginia defense. This time,
since they went to the locker room.
And this is a team that is extraordinary from deep. But the defense has been better.
Numbers got back for West Virginia. Sundell went anyway and got the bounce.
So Sundell getting the pick defensively, sizing up Quinterly, big height advantage, back to the bucket.
Poindexter as Sundell picks up another assist. Poindexter lead it here.
And that's going to be a weapon that they're going to have to attack. You got to figure out a way. But I think the key here is stops on this end, Ben, and they can't figure out a way to move Ioka Lee out of that paint. They've got to be able to rebound and be more aggressive down low.
Stolen by Walker. Sundell from the wing.
You're not looking at a week that was maybe a fluke, but that you really are one of the best players in this league.
Sides. On two has another one.
She's used that step.
You never know in the age of the portal what the roster's going to look like. But
you got that right.
Yeah.
But I think you put those pieces of the puzzle together.
It's always an interesting thing to watch Kansas State today come down and see what they're going to do. That's a great read. Again, we've seen Sundell make that pass for nation, assists per game. And here's another dime being dropped off right there. This has been such a big game for Baylor. Again, we mentioned the standings, their ability to control their future with a win today, a win against TCU, who's 10th in the nation in their last game of the season.
For Iowa State on Tuesday. Sundell will try to post up against Jackson. Good feed inside to Kennedy Taylor in the post in place of Lee.
Getting down on the block, and then because of her 6'2" frame, she picks teams apart. She can also score from down there.
She can also play defense. Made it tough on Eddie Brown, and here is Sides on the push. Sides spins it in for 2. Into double figures with 11. She's a perfect 4 for 4 in her final game here in Hilton Coliseum. Sundell has the open look and answers. First highlight shown in film if this is a win.
Teachable moment. That's what coaches call it.
Oh,
nice
good
pass.
Sundell finds Lester and 1. Well, if you think Kansas State is going to stop playing, you've got another thing coming.
Very comfortable right now, working shot clock.
Lester sets the screen. Sundell stays hot. Sides up to Poindexter to Sundell, wasting no time and getting the roll. When you are hot, you are hot. 21 now for Serena. What a performance by Serena Sundell, especially here in this fourth quarter when her team needed it. UCF trying to get the stop, but you can't stop Sundell. So you saw Maupin in the starting 5, but now Kennedy Taylor is out there for Kansas State with Walker, Glenn, Sundell, and Poindexter. And the first basket of the game goes to Kansas State. Shoot 3.
Well, we said from the opening moment, K-State must take care of the basketball against that full court pressure. No dribbling.
Between Kansas State and West Virginia, K-State led by 10 at the end of one quarter. They come out of the timeout called by Jeff Mittie with her, and she's got 12. And then Sundell comes with the help in the block. Shot clock at 7. Sundell and Watson, they meet again. Sundell with the pass to Taylor.